Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where's the trio? Where's the three musketeer? Where's the third musketeer? Where are you?
He's in Tottenham right now, still celebrating.
Hey, hey, literally, they saved you lots blushes. What happened, man? What happened? But I tell you
Lads,
what,
hey, as we were saying before we came on air, we can't be 10-10 every game, you know.
we can't be 10-10 every game. Literally, we can't be
Can't be
10-10.
10-10
Literally,
every game.
we talk about 10-10. We ain't talking about 10-10. We're talking about something else. Let's get straight into it. Let's fly into it. We've got so much to talk about. We've got so much to get into. It's a very, very jam-packed episode. We're going to try and get through it. All we have got to talk about
Jammy
Liverpool.
Dodgers.
We've got to talk about Spurs. We've got to talk about City. We've got to talk about their form. Is Haaland making City better or worse? Is Jurgen Klopp's time up? We've got to talk about the Arsenal result as well. Here he is. Here he is, getting back in the game. Here he is. Sims AFC. That's a bit better. All right, fella. Oh, hello. Angles, angles, angles. All right, mate. I think you're on mute. There we
Definitely on
go.
mute.
There he is. How you doing, Sim? You all right, mate?
I'm alright, pal.
Good stuff. So, welcome to
Everybody
the
finna
Three
blame Haaland, but
Musketeers.
I ain't gonna blame Haaland. It's not
Three
Haaland's fault.
Musketeers are back. Not a shot on target, though, Puz. Not a shot on target. Not. He had one shot in the whole game and not a shot on target. So,
No service, bro. No
yeah,
Cancelo.
but we're gonna get into that.
Game's gone.
Alright, do you want me I'm going straight in.
Go for it.
Game's gone, blood.
Let's not even talk about the game, yeah.
Which one?
Are we all in agreement that something big's going down in City's camp right now?
Yeah,
Something's
man.
not right.
Someone's had a flare up still. De Bruyne
Something's
and
not
Cancelo's
right,
had a
man.
flare up.
Something's not
De
right,
Bruyne,
kid.
Cancelo's had a flare up.
No,
Like,
wait, no. Forget all of that. Something's just not right.
elaborate. You sound like
Alright,
you're
I'm gonna
alluding to
elaborate.
something.
That's what I'm gonna say. That's not like me. I'm gonna go. Remember a
Yeah,
week and
man.
a
We're not
half
doing
ago.
conspiracy.
Wait, remember a week and a half ago, Tottenham versus Man City.
Yeah,
Tottenham was 2-0 up. City came back to win the game 4-2.
right.
Um,
Mahrez,
Pep,
no? Mahrez double, no? Or
yeah, Morris's double.
right.
Pep's post-match interview, he was basically putting out there saying that he wants his City back. He wants his fans back. Did you watch that interview? When he was basically,
I saw quotes.
yeah, I believe.
Isn't that the one where he said, oh, it's nothing to do with me. It's not like, what was he saying? It was something
No,
like,
Nah. He was getting at the City fans on that, innit?
he was getting at the City
yeah,
fans and he was getting at the City team. Basically, he was basically saying that he spoke to the boys to say, like, if you continue to play at this level, we will not be competing for the Premier League.
Nigga said
However,
they can't beat Arsenal playing like that.
yeah, you can't. Yeah, basically, that's what he was basically saying. However, a week after that, they did play us. They did beat Arsenal. Another
In the
situation.
FA Cup with a weakened team.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. But they still beat us. Another situation occurred, as we all saw during the transfer
We'll never
window.
play holding.
Um, Cancelo all of a sudden was on the books of Bayern Munich.
right.
So
Yeah, I still find that a strange one. I mean, I did a little bit of reading. The very, very, very short story is he fell out with Pep about playing time.
yeah,
And so wanted to move. I think there was another, I was watching the gram. Like Cancelo could be the most expensive in terms of the transfers that he's occurred fullback of all time. Because if Bayern signed him permanently for say 70 million euros, he would
64.
have gone for 70 million euros to City, 60 million euros to Juventus, or 45 million euros to Juventus from Benfica, and 70 to Bayern Munich. So he's a well-travelled player. I didn't know that he played for Juventus, Benfica, excuse me, Bayern and now City. You know,
Yeah,
it's incredible, really.
yeah, well, that's incredible, isn't it? Yeah. But no, besides all of that, Chris, my whole thing is recent events show that there's cracks in City's dressing room. That's all I'm saying, because at the end of the day, for Pep to be coming out and asking for a reaction like that, I believe something did go on behind closed doors.
Right.
And another thing as well is that I think he may have regretted selling Zinchenko and Jesus to Arsenal. He's not admitting it, but I think he's regretting it because at the end of the day, they don't look the same team, man. They look very vulnerable. I was saying to one of my pals in the group that even on the flanks, they don't look as rapid.
But with respect, Sim, Zinchenko wasn't playing week in, week out.
Yeah,
He wasn't their stopper, and neither was Jesus. Jesus wasn't stuck. I think, if anything, and no one's talked about him.
Probably more
Sterling,
of a loss.
thank you. You just literally took the word out of my mouth.
Guys. My whole thing is, see that core group of them winning 4 to 5 championships back. Well, 4 championships back to back. That was a core group.
Well, they've won 4 of the last 5, but not back to back.
Yeah. Well, not back to back. Well, they've won 3 back to back, if I'm correct.
No. If they do it this year, they'll get third.
Okay. If they win it this year, they would have won 3. So they've won 2 back to back. Yeah.
So they've done 2, then Chelsea, then another 2.
Okay. So they've done 2, Chelsea, and another 2. It's still incredible in my eyes.
Yeah. Like I said, 4 of the last 5. 4 of the last 5. That's what I said.
So for me, that core group has been ripped apart.
I say Chelsea. Was it Liverpool?
Liverpool, yeah. It was Liverpool.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Chelsea won Champions League. Sorry.
Yeah, I
kind of season, wasn't it?
I got your drift. Yeah. That core group's been ripped apart. Do you see where I'm going with this? Yeah. So as much as you keep on saying that, they miss Sterling. Yes, they do miss Sterling, but I think even if Sterling was in this team right now, Sterling wouldn't be the Sterling that we saw for City. That's me being honest.
But teams have to grow, teams have to evolve. If you look at Arsene Wenger, he oversaw about 3, if not 4 generations of players at Arsenal. So when he first came in, when he had the likes of Tony Adams, Martin Keown, I mean, even they came afterwards. You're looking even before then, his first ever players. Then they turned over, and then you had coming on to the Invincibles, and then they turned over. And then you had the likes of sort of Fabregas coming through. You had your Giroud coming through. What I'm saying is, like, great managers are able to evolve. Yeah,
they evolve. However, what you've got to understand is when you are getting a certain amount of money, when you're getting a certain amount of money and you're getting a certain expectation put on upon you, you have to deliver. City's problem is not probably the Premier League. City's problem is the Champions League. Can we be in agreement right now? Does this City team look like they're gonna get to the Champions League final? Honestly,
no. This reminds me of the City team. You know when?
Say the manager's name, please.
No.
I know.
No, I wasn't going to say a manager's name. I wasn't going to say a manager's name. You know, what was it? Was it the season that Liverpool won the championship? No, because them and City went hell for leather. What was the season where basically everyone was in limbo?
Okay, you know what season you're talking about, and
what season?
Is what I'm saying. The season you're talking about with Pellegrini, if I'm correct.
It was a season where everyone was in limbo. Everyone had a poop season.
And Leicester won the league.
Is it when Leicester won the league?
Yes, you're talking about that season.
Nah, yeah, Chelsea and Leicester, and then Tottenham and Leicester, and then Tottenham fell away. But no. What was it? I think it was like a transitional season where City just looked really, but they were still fighting for 4. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's when Leicester won the league.
Fair enough. Yeah. I just think like everything, they're just going through a bit of a transition at the moment, and we're just used to City having incredibly high standards. I still think there's been massive changes. Like you say, they've lost a lot of key players, a lot of players that played Pep's system, core players. And I personally think that their latest signings haven't really delivered. I don't think Jack Grealish is anywhere near looking like £100 million player.
He's not.
Thank
not.
you.
Let's be honest, he's not.
He's not. He's just not. I don't think.
And that's not discrediting Jack's talents. I just don't think he's £100 million player.
No, he's not. He's not. He's not. For £100 million, I'm expecting to get a Vinicius Junior. And if I get a Vinicius Junior, I'm getting probably arguably the best left-sided player in the league. So, you look at, I don't know, Gundogan's not the same player he was last season. Rodri even's looking a bit.
The thing
And I
about Jack
think
Grealish, it was just a clause put in his contract, so he had to go for 100 million.
yeah,
No,
whoa.
my whole thing is, yeah, and this is why I hate when people say there was a clause put in his contract. Yes, on the perspective of Aston Villa, that's great business. But as a consumer of Grealish, yeah, you've got to really look at the psyche of that move. Is he worth 100 million? No. Is he showing form of £100 million player? No. Why is that? Because now he has to deliver the Aston Villa Grealish on a consistent basis for a top level team where he's not the top player. This is where everyone gets this misconstrued. Grealish at Villa looked sick because he was the main man. Everything went through him. Grealish at Man City is like a Zinchenko at Man City. Not to be rude.
Yeah,
Sometimes he doesn't
today
even
he
play.
looks alright though.
No, today,
Grealish
one thing I will give him, today he worked his nuts off. Today he worked his nuts off. He done his defensive duties today, I give it to him. However, we are not seeing the same Grealish from Aston Villa. We can admit that. And that's down to Pep's playing style. However, if you're £100 million player, you
You've got
adapt
to
to that.
deliver.
You adapt to that, Chris. There's
You've
no
got to deliver.
excuses.
I'm sick and tired, if I'm being honest with you, I'm sick and tired of how many times people are getting on to Anthony, right? Anthony is 22 years old. He's much younger than Jack Grealish. And this is why I'm going to make a comparison. Jack Grealish in his first season for Manchester City finished the season with 3 goals and 3 assists after a £100 million move. Anthony's already got more goals. He's already got the same amount of assists, and it's just gone halfway through the season.
No,
and he costs less.
We got onto Jack Grealish. And you see the problem with that though, Chris, is we've seen Jack Grealish play for Aston Villa for how many years now? So it's not like we can't just get onto him because he's made a £100 million move and he's had those stats in his first season at City. We've seen him play in the Premier League for the past couple of years, so we've seen his potential. So we know how good he is. Anthony, we've only seen YouTube clips of him.
It's because Jack Grealish has got a British passport, mate. That's the reason why.
Chris, I was just about to say the same.
It's because he's got a British passport. It's because the media. Yeah, we like Jack. Yeah, Jack's all right. He talks to us.
Yeah, but what did Sim just say? What did Sim just say though, Chris?
About what?
Sim said Villa, he was a very good player.
Look,
that's what I'm saying. We've seen him in the Prem and we've seen him play well. We know his quality.
Paz, you want to be quite frank with you? He was a
very good... So what you're saying there, sorry, Sim. So what you're saying there is because we've seen him play very well for Aston Villa for a number of seasons, we shouldn't give him the same stick. In the Premier League, we shouldn't give him the same stick that we give Anthony.
We can't. We actually just can't.
No, it is.
What?
No, it is. Do you want me to
that makes no sense.
No. Chris, I can see where he's coming from, yeah? It's like, Chris, let me break it down for you. I get where you're coming from, but I get where Paz is coming from. Paz is basically saying, yeah, he's seen Grealish perform at the highest level for Villa. This is the key thing. I keep on saying this to everyone. Wait, Chris. Wait, Chris. We have seen Anthony perform at the highest level for Ajax. Undoubtedly, we all
probably 7% in their league right now.
No, but that's right now. But he won the Udinese last season with them, if I'm correct.
Yeah,
Eredivisie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Eredivisie.
So, Udinese, yeah, he won it with them. So he left the winner.
Back to back.
Okay, he left the winner, yeah. So my whole point is the level of the Dutch league compared to the Premier League. We say it's miles apart. It's the Premier League's it's well harder. It's well more dynamic. You have to be an athlete to perform at the Premier League. You have to be
The Premier
on your
League is a
game
much
all
higher
the time.
level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
higher level. Yeah. For me, you have to understand that with Anthony, the reason why he's getting that stick is just because of the price tag. Because if Anthony was 40 million, no one would care. With Jack Grealish, this is the reason why I do agree with Chris Paz here, is that I keep on saying to everyone, and everyone keeps on saying, oh, whatever, Sim. Is Jack Grealish a top 6 player?
Nope.
That's what you have to ask yourself. See, with Anthony...
Well, hold on. Sorry, I misunderstood. When you say top 6, you mean top 6 teams or top 6 is in top 6 players in the league?
No, top 6 teams. Can he
Oh.
play for a top 6 team?
Yeah, I think he can. I think he can go to
Okay.
Tottenham. I think he can go
Okay.
to Tottenham and...
But that's what I'm trying to say. The reason why I said top 6, I'm being very careful with my wordings because there's a difference between a Tottenham and there's a difference between a Man City.
I personally think he'd do well in an Arsenal team as well, honestly.
Nah. He holds on to the ball too long.
You know what? Today's performance, he could. On today's performance.
But how many times
did we get that? There's no
how many times did we get that out of Jack?
Let's not tail off too much on the terms of Jack Grealish, etc. Because we were talking about City, and the only reason why I brought up Jack Grealish is because, sorry, Puz, I think along with what you were saying, Sim, there's a number of issues at City, and one of those things, just one of them, is I don't think some of the players that have come in, Jack Grealish being one of them, and as an example, have performed to the level that they require. Even for me, and people are going to get at me on this. Hold on. Excuse me. Sorry. Oh, goodness. Sorry about that. Even Haaland, people are going to get at me. How can you get on that Haaland who scored the better part of 30 goals already this season? For me, Haaland is giving me massive, and this is a horrible comparison, by the way, so feel free to shoot me down. But tell me if you're not reminded, exactly, tell me if Haaland isn't giving you Lukaku vibes right now, right? And when I say that, hear me out. Let me land. Lukaku was Lukaku was a prolific goal scorer in the Premier League, yeah? However, as some of his criticisms, he couldn't perform against the big 6.
Yeah.
He never scored against the big teams. Not just that, he was actually ineffective. He couldn't even affect the game. Yeah, he became a stat padder. He became a stat padder, right? He used to get all of his goals against flipping West Ham, stuff, whatever.
The bottom 10 teams.
Bottom 10 teams.
Yeah, what's Haaland's Premier League?
How many goals has Haaland got against the top 6 this season so far? Now, you've played Arsenal once, played Tottenham twice, played Chelsea once. No, I'm talking about how many times Man City's played them. The answer is he hasn't scored.
We haven't played.
But you got a hat-trick against you lot.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You should forget that game, Chris.
No, I'm not forgetting that game at all. I'm not forgetting that game. I was literally going to say that. Literally a second.
But he scored against Tottenham.
Yeah, he hasn't scored against Tottenham. He hasn't scored against Tottenham.
But when they won...
Oh, no, hold on. When they won 4-2, he got a goal there, yeah?
Oh, bro.
Oh, yeah, go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah,
cool. My point is, Haaland's getting all of these goals. Top 6.
Chris, do you want me to stop you there? Can I stop you? One thing I will give Haaland knows, and Pep knows, that when Haaland came to Man City, scoring goals wasn't the problem. It was working on his game to link up with the other guys. That's the problem. It's his first season.
This is what I'm trying to get at. What I'm trying to say is I think even Haaland is not delivering what City need. City was scoring over 100 goals a season before Haaland came. Now it seems like De Bruyne's getting loads of assists, but he's not scoring as much. Phil Foden's not scoring as much. Jack Grealish isn't scoring as much. Raheem Sterling would get you 15 to 20 goals. The only other person who's getting any kind of goals is Mahrez. What I'm trying to say is all the goals, everything is coming through Haaland. If you find a way to shut Haaland down and Kevin De Bruyne, you shut City down. Where
Yeah.
City had so much to
Yeah.
their armory. We did it exactly when we played them. Martinez on Haaland, done. Fred on Kevin De Bruyne,
Done.
job done. And they look more vulnerable. I think that's mainly because of obviously missing Diaz. If you take Van Dijk out of Liverpool, they look vulnerable. If you take Saliba out of Arsenal, they look vulnerable. If you take Martinez out of United, they look vulnerable. Diaz out of City, they look vulnerable. John Stones and Diaz is their starting pair. They've been playing Ake and Akanji. So what I'm saying is it's not been good. We have to move on now because you've spoken so much about City.
No. Let's actually talk on the game quickly and just guys. What was your view on the game? Where was it won? Where was it lost? And what do we think about Harry Cole? Harry Cole, you know, Harry Kane.
Classic Antonio Conte, innit? 11 men behind the ball. City had majority of possession. They dominated the ball. They created a lot of chances. Lloris had a really, really good game. I was really impressed with Emil Højbjerg. I think he came out of the better of the number sixes today against Rodri. I think Højbjerg kept it very, very short, very neat. I saw him tracking back and helping his fullbacks. I've often said that with Tottenham, their weakest. I really don't rate any of that. I think their fullbacks are shocking. Why they bought Jed Spence and then put him out on loan? I have no idea.
I think Emerson Rowe had a good game today, man.
But Emerson Rowe, he's such a bad player.
I think he had a good game. I can't lie. I think today he had a decent game.
No, he had a decent game because Højbjerg was covering for him and coming over that side. Sorry, pause. Sorry, go on.
Can we say someone had a good game if they got sent off or?
Before Emerson didn't get Royale didn't get sent off. It was you're talking about the Spurs centre back Romero.
Oh, was it Romero? Sorry,
Romero got sent off. Yeah.
Romero. Emerson had a good game, man. Emerson had a good game. I think he had a good game. I'm an Arsenal supporter. I think he had a good game.
I don't rate their fullbacks. Conte played a 3-5-2. He played Emerson Royal and Perisic out wide. Then you had Davies, Dyer, and Romero. Lloris was excellent today. Made I think at least 2 crucial saves. And then they were just brilliant on the break. Harry Kane had an absolutely brilliant game. Harry Kane was outstanding today. He held up the ball. He created 2 good chances on the break. He took his goal really well as well. I just think City are too one-dimensional. I think if you can stop De Bruyne and Haaland, you stop City. And they still play the same way. They still play a really high line. They still play high-risk football. If you can sit and absorb their pressure and get in behind them, you will cause them problems.
Yeah, but
all the time.
I was saying that's City are not going to change the way they play right now.
But then you need the players to play it.
Yeah, but this is where I was saying I feel like they miss the likes of Zinchenko. They miss like the likes of their core, as you said, Sterling and stuff, because I feel like those players understood that system. Right about now, Haaland's not, as you said, you noted it. You said what everyone's probably thinking. Haaland scores 60% of City goals. I shouldn't even say 60, 80% of City's goals. Yeah. So clearly, they've definitely switched up how they've
not a one-man team, but they've become reliant.
No, they've just become more predictable, isn't it? As you said, if you can stop Haaland and stop Kevin De Bruyne, you're halfway there.
Halfway there. De Bruyne didn't even play today anyway.
Exactly. He came on last half an hour, if I'm correct?
Yeah.
For me personally, I feel like Spurs did well today. And I know Chris is just probably saying whatever because I'm an Arsenal fan. They did us a favour. However, I think they did well today. I feel like, as you said, typical
classic Conte, innit? Classic Conte.
Yeah, classic Conte. Just hit them on the break. I feel that.
I'll give you some stats. Here you go. So possession, Spurs 36 to Tottenham 64. So they absolutely dominated possession. Saying that though, Spurs had a much higher goal threat, 1.48 expected goals to City's 0.97. City completed twice as many passes. They didn't have as many shots. They had slightly more corners. What I'm trying to say is classic Conte.
Absorb the pressure and just
Conte
hit.
loves to play the football. He loves the game without the ball. There's two people who I think on the planet are arguably some of the best, maybe three, at playing football without the ball. They're the best, and that's Diego Simeone, Antonio Conte, and you could argue Jose Mourinho. You could argue Jose Mourinho. It's the worst style of football, but they are masters at it. They are masters at moving the ball around, and it worked today. It worked today.
At the end of the day, when you win matches, people are not going to remember your style of football. They're just
No,
going to
they
remember
will,
what you've
man.
done.
After a while, they will.
No, when Antonio Conte won the Premier League with Chelsea, playing with a back five at Azpilicueta, Kante, and sitting in.
It was a back three, if I'm correct.
Yeah, it was a back three. No, it was a back five, man. Back five. It was. Who's that? Victor Moses playing as a wing back.
Back, yeah, you're right.
It was Azpilicueta playing as the other wing back,
Right.
and then they had three defenders in there. And yeah, they had Kante in front of them, like prime Kante just sitting in front of them as well.
Clear enough.
You're relying on Diego Costa in it, and Hazard. So yeah, that's my view on the game. I think Spurs just sat back and absorbed pressure and just hit. They got them early and then they just sat back. Literally, I'll tell you this right now. This just summarizes everything for me. I'll tell you right now. Hold on. I'll put it right here. Here you go. Where is it? City had where is it? Where was I looking? 2 shots on target.
Yeah, but
sorry, 15 shots, 5 shots on target. That's it. 5 shots on target for the whole game.
I think we've all discovered the problem with City right now, but I feel that give it a season or two and a couple of additions in the summer, they will be up there. See, I think City will still be up there this season. People are forgetting there's like 16 games to go.
Paz said it about 15 minutes ago. He said they're in a transitional season, sitting second.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't even say transitional.
I'm not really.
This is by their standards, Sim. This is transitional.
They will finish top 2 this season.
They really say transitional.
Nah, I think. Well, yeah, they will because of the volume of games. They will.
Think about it, guys. Yeah. Think about it. Yeah. As a neutral, if City get the Champions League, is it transitional?
No.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, we have to be honest now. Like,
but I don't think on current form they're going to get Champions League.
Like, they've done fucked up the league. They've fucked up the league.
No, on current form, they're going to get Champions League, bro. They're going to get Champions League.
No, but what
you think they're going to win Champions League?
They're going to win at least 14 games.
No.
No. He's saying the title. He's saying the Champions League title.
I actually do believe we're going to beat them in one of them 2 games. No, I have full confidence we're going to beat them.
They get the Premier League. I still think City are definitely in the title race. I feel like City. City can lose like 2 games and be able
go
to
on 10-game winning run.
10, 14. They're capable of doing that. Let's be honest. They are capable of doing that.
Statistically, but I don't think this season they can do that.
No, okay. Statistically, they are. This season, I hope they don't because I'm an Arsenal fan. That's me being honest. But if they did,
that's a nice segue, actually. That's a nice segue.